Hey guys, it's me, Carrie, and I'm screwing around with my new equipment. I actually have a ring light and a tripod, thanks to my wonderful husband. So hopefully some of these videos I'll be able to film a little bit better than I have in the past. At least the camera will be steady. I'm not really centered, I don't think, but whatever. This is just like a trial run, so we'll see how it goes. But anyway, I started watching a video today. I haven't finished it yet. I have to finish it a little later. I started when I was in the bath, by my friend Jenny Laura, and it was about compulsive shopping. And that, as you guys probably know, if you're not new here, is definitely something I struggle with. I've used the H word many times. A dear friend of mine who is actually a trained organizational therapist, I guess. You know, she's like a professional organizer, among other things, has told me don't use that word. It's very disparaging, it's negative self talk. You're a collector. The H word, you may probably have guessed, is hoarding. I don't, I guess, actually hoard, at least according to her definition. And I actually showed her some video footage of my room when we were doing a Zoom, and she said, no, you're not a hoarder. Don't use that word. It's just going to make you feel worse. You're a collector. Doesn't mean it's not something you have to work on, but that negative self-talk is never going to help. So, but just seeing the title alone of Jenny's video, I was like, yes, girl, I'm invested. I need to watch this video. And I've been really trying hard, and I had been doing well for months with not buying stuff like at the Dollar Tree, going in and buying a bunch of crap. Maybe I would go in and buy one or two things. Sometimes I've actually managed to go in and not buy anything, which is massive for me. But I've been buying clothes lately, and I'm really not happy with my body. I'm not at a weight where I feel comfortable. I definitely want to lose, if I'm being perfectly honest with you, I want to lose like 50 pounds. I may not necessarily need to medically, but I just don't like how I look. I don't like how clothes fit. I don't like how I feel. I'm also really self-conscious of my keratosis pilaris right now, which is the red bumps that you'll see on my arms. It's actually something that I self-diagnosed because I didn't have a dermatologist for a long time. I don't have a regular one now either. But there's a lot of things about my body that I feel self-conscious about, which is shocking that I'm actually sitting here in like a pajama top right now, that I'm comfortable and whatever. But back to the point. But yeah, I've had a lot of trouble over the years trying to self-soothe by buying things, and I don't spend more than I have. I don't use credit cards like ever, ever, ever. I mean, I have in the past, and I was in a little bit of debt like 20 years ago, 15 years ago, when my husband and I can speak, first got together. We kind of went a little cuckoo crazy. We had bad credit. I had excellent credit, so we charged a couple of vacations and a couple of laptops. And I'm just playing with my hair. It's drying right now. Whatever. I look like a poodle. And we spent more than we should have. But we're out of that now. We have been for quite a long time. So I still have a credit card and I have excellent credit still. And if I do charge now, I'm the girl that gets phone calls from my credit card company saying, we're going to close your account if you don't charge something. And I don't want to lose my good credit. So I will charge something like once every couple of months and then pay it off the next month just to keep the card active. I didn't think they actually closed credit cards for lack of use, but they do, because they want the people that are going to spend foolishly and overextend themselves, and then they make all the interest. So, they don't want people like me that are going to pay the credit card in full. But that's beside the point. I don't use credit cards unless, I have to keep it active. And I only have one right now. But I've been really good about trying to cut back on my spending. And the spending wasn't a lot anyway. It wasn't the principle of how much I was spending, because I've never had a lot to spend. But you can go into the Dollar Tree and buy 5 things and feel like woohoo and be over the moon. Well, I mean, I could be. People like me could be. And I've been really good about not doing that. However, like I said, lately I've been buying some clothes, and it's not because I've lost weight or feel great about myself. It's just because I haven't in a long, long time, and it's fun. So I found myself one day in Marshall's and I discovered, fuck that bitch Rae Dunn. I'm kidding, but fuck her, seriously, because she makes the most beautiful things. If you're not familiar with her, I'm sure you've probably seen her mugs and, like, you know, ceramic ware or whatever you call it, stoneware stuff, and it's really rustic and adorable, and I love all of it. And I have 2 mugs, and only 2 mugs. They were a Christmas gift from my friend Mary, and I adore them, but I'm not collecting them because I have no room and I just can't. However, I discovered by accident that Rae Dunn also makes clothes. And in the past, I want to say 6 weeks, I've purchased 6 Rae Dunn clothing items. So that works out to about 1 per week on average, which is more than I need. 2 of them were like muscle shirts, like, you know, with the wide tank like sleeves. Like, I have muscles, more like flab. But I bought 2, and the thing that really sucked me in about the Rae Dunn clothes, not only that they're well made and that they're cute, but they have positive affirmations on them, just like the cute little mugs and the stoneware things do. Like, they say really encouraging, uplifting things, and I like that in my wardrobe. Like, if I have to wear a shirt that says smile to make myself freaking smile, I will do that, because sometimes, most of the time, that's what is required. So I've been buying some things. So I got 2 of the muscle style shirts. I might have shown them in a past video, but I don't remember. One is black and it says equality for pride, in rainbow colors. You know, each letter is a different color of the rainbow, and I love it. And the other one I bought, I think it was gray, and says love wins. And I think those letters were also rainbow colored, and they were only $9.99, so I justified it. And they actually came with free scrunchies. Am I wearing one right now? I might be. Oh, I don't want to take my whole hair down, but can you kind of see? It's like a little tie-dye scrunchie. Yeah, I got 2 of those with the 2 muscle shirts. I'm like, oh my God, a scrunchie and a shirt for $10, yay. But then I also went and bought sweatshirts. They're not actually sweatshirts, they're like jersey material, but I'm going to show them to you now because, again, you'll see why I'm such a sucker. Maybe my other one didn't say love wins. Maybe this is what I was thinking of. But I bought this one that does say love wins in gray. And they're really cute. It looks like a sweatshirt. You know, it's got like the, you know, the detail at the cuff and the collar. But if you can see, it's like jersey material. So it's not heavy like a sweatshirt. So it's something that technically you could wear all through the year. At least that's how I'm justifying it for myself. Like, if I were to go into a restaurant, say, where the air conditioning was really cold, I could wear it now. So I bought this, and I bought 2 others, and they were $6.99. Or excuse me, I wish $6.99. It's $16.99 a piece, which, again, for a long sleeve jersey shirt is not a bad price. But did I need 3? Probably not. So I bought that one. I bought this one with XOXO, which I sign XOXO or just XO on most notes to people, whether they're emails or snail mail or texts. I tend to write XOXO or just XO almost all the time. So, and I'm all about tie-dye, so I'm loving this. And then on my little vacation, which was my overnight that I posted about the other day, I showed you guys this one already. I bought this one that said good vibes, and it's in the gray and white tie-dye, and I love them. I really do. But I bought these 3, and that's got to be enough. I really, like, do I need all of the ones that she makes in every color with every positive affirmation? No. Can I afford to keep buying them? No. So I have to exercise a little bit of restraint. So I really love the 3 I got. It's not even fall yet, so, I mean, these will mostly be worn in the fall. I have to, like, say, okay, we're done now. You know, we're Rae Dunn now. I know I'm an idiot, but I like the puns. But seriously, though, I mean, I bought those 2, and then I got 2 other jersey-type sweatshirt sort of things at Kohl's, and they suckered me because I had $5 Kohl rewards. I don't even know how I'm earning them, really, because I don't shop in Kohl's that much, but I went to Kohl's, and I got one, and it was a really pretty, I think I showed you this in another video, too, but it's really pretty fall colors. It's like beige and cream, and I think it may have like sage green or peach or something. I don't know. It was like 3 different colors that were really fallish looking and really pretty, not traditional tie-dye colors. So I bought that, and it was $20 on sale, and then I had $5 off, and my mom actually treated me to that. But what really pissed me off is that I got another $5 reward the other day, and I went in and found another really cute top in like a darker sage green with like almost crochet accents at the shoulders. It's really hard to describe. I should have brought those two down as well. But it's really, really cute. And that was so worth it because it was on clearance for $7.20. And then I got $5 off. So, I mean, I literally paid $2.25, I think, with the tax, or $2.30. I think it was $2.30 with the tax. So, I mean, that's ridiculous. Like, how could you leave it there? Maybe I should have left it there because I have a problem with buying too many things. But what really irritated me is that the other shirt that I had bought like 6 weeks prior was also $7.20. And it was $15. It was $20, $19.99 when I bought it. But unfortunately, they only have a 3-week price adjustment period. And even though it's not been worn or anything yet, and it was a small or an extra small, so it wasn't like I could buy it and then return the other one, because I've been known to do that in the past. You know, I would have done that in a heartbeat if they'd had one in an extra large, because I mean, $7.20, even if I lost out on $5 in Kohl's rewards, you know, it's $7.20, certainly cheaper than $15, you know, so I would have done it. But that was beside the point. That kind of irritated me, but finding the other top, you know, almost made up for it. But yeah, so that's basically 5 new sweatshirt, long sleeve jersey type shirts in the dead of July. So I really need to stop. And I'm making this video primarily to hold myself accountable for that, because it's just, it's hard. Like my therapist Hillary said to me when we had our yard sale about a month ago, and I did put out some clothes and I did sell some t-shirts from past conventions that I've gone to that are just not getting worn and loved. And the guy that bought them was actually really nice and told me this whole story about how he's trying to get his 5-year-old son to a horror con, but his wife is on the fence, like it might be too scary, but the kid likes horror, but he only watches a certain amount, and blah, besides the point. But I felt okay about selling them, even though they were worth like $20, and I sold them for $1. But I said to myself, if they're going to just sit in the closet and collect dust or end up in a bag for Goodwill, at least that's $1 in your pocket. And you know they're not going to get, you know, resold, because obviously this guy was super into them and really excited. And, you know, he may even give 1 or 2 to his kid. His kid, like I said, is 5. So, I mean, a little boy could sleep in one of those, like, you know, for bedtime or whatever, wear it around the house, you know. So I was happy about that. But Hillary said to me, and she's been telling me for the, gosh, I think it's almost, I think this winter, fall or winter, maybe November, will be 5 years I've been seeing her. But she's been basically telling me all along that I need to get rid of shit. I need to seriously, it's like beyond decluttering. Chances are Brian and I are going to be moving within the next year or so, and it's going to become a necessity to get rid of things. And she's been telling me all along, Carrie, you got to understand, you're not going to be able to take all this stuff with you when you go. Not nearly all the stuff you have when you go. And she's never actually even seen it, so I don't know if she even realizes how truly bad it is. But aside from that, there's the fact that, like she said, you know, it's like 1 step forward, 2 steps back if you sell something and then you go out and you buy 2 more things. She's like, even if you get rid of 2 or 3 things, doesn't mean you have to replace it with 1 thing. Maybe if you get rid of 10 things, then you can reward yourself with 1 thing. And I totally get that. Like, my logical brain, my rational mind gets that. My pocketbook gets that. But when I get in that emotional state where the only fix, and I use that word deliberately, where the only fix I can get, because I don't, you know, overindulge in alcohol. I am not a drug user. I mean, I do I do THC oil now that I got from a friend, and it helps for, you know, calming my anxiety and depression, and it's been a lifesaver. And eventually I hope I can get a medical marijuana card, but I don't use it often, you know, because I can't afford to, and I don't have really easy access to it. So I mean, I don't have, you know, I don't gamble to excess. You know, once or twice a year, if I'm lucky, my mom and I'll go to Mystic, and we'll go to one of the casinos, either Mohegan Sun or Foxwoods, and we'll play the slots for like $20, you know. But I don't have any I mean, I overeat for sure. That's another outlet I have. But yeah, as far as getting my fixes, it's through food and it's through buying things. And it's the act of buying the things that gives me the high. Getting home, I crash because I go, oh fuck, what the hell did I do? Why did I buy another thing that I didn't need? And you may be thinking, Carrie, those things still have tags on them and you have receipts, you could return them. But I really like them. I really do. In this case, like these shirts, I really, really like. So I have to say to myself, you have to stop. You have 3 shirts. They're really, really nice. They make you smile. They made you feel good when you bought them. You still feel good when you look at them. You're really excited about the weather being cool enough to wear them, but you don't need all of them. 3 is more than enough to get you through a year. And you really need to go back through your closet and get rid of more things. I mean, I had stuff that didn't sell at the yard sale for $1. It baffles me. I just don't get it. Because, I mean, when I sit and that's the problem, is that I sit and I try to think rationally. Oh my gosh, I paid $30 for this. This is like a Lucky Brand t-shirt, what I stupidly bought when I had more money. I've worn it twice, why is somebody not want it for $1? But I mean, that's all the luck of the draw. It's a yard sale. It's not like a thrift store where there's going to be such high traffic that, someone's bound to scoop it up. You need the right person. You need the person that's the same size as you and likes that style and whatever. A lot of people go to yard sales with specific, oh, hold on, my husband's coming down the stairs. Okay, sorry guys. I completely lost my train of thought. I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, I don't know where the hell I was. Shit. I hate when that happens. I mean, I know I was talking about not eating all the things in the yard sale, and oh yeah, just if I sit and say to myself, like I paid $30 for something and somebody doesn't want it for $1, it's really frustrating. But like I said, if it's just gonna sit and collect dust, then I'm better off getting $1 for it than nothing. So I need to really go back through my closet. And I told Brian, I said, I realize now that the way this is going to go down ultimately when we do have the opportunity to move is that I'm going to have to say to myself, this isn't about getting rid of things that I don't love. This is about holding on to things that I do love. Did I say that right? Getting rid of things I don't love. Yeah, it's not going to be getting rid of things I don't love. It's going to be holding on to things I do love. So I'm going to have to really limit myself and say, okay, you're allowed to bring this many sweatshirts and this many pairs of leggings and this many dresses and yada, 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 because I know it's exorbitantly expensive to hire moving people. And from my move from when we moved to Florida, it wasn't as bad because my mom had this house and I left the majority of what I owned here. So I've never actually had to clear a house before, but when we move, my mom will be moving. So it'll be literally having to empty the house. So it's going to come down to only I'm gonna have to Marie Kondo the fuck out of my life is what I'm saying. It's not gonna be like hold it in my hand though and see if it sparks joy. It's gonna be like, okay, what immediately grabs my eye and it sparks that immediate joy just when I look at it, those will be the things that I pull out of the closet, and the rest I'm just gonna have to bag up and get the hell rid of. Ideally, I would love to sell it at a yard sale or on Mercari, or I've never done Poshmark. I feel like Mercari is complicated enough. And eBay, same thing. Like I like the idea of Mercari better because it figures out the shipping for you based on weight, and it's just, I don't know, I find it a little bit easier. But ideally, I'd love to be able to sell stuff because most of it is brand new or barely worn. And I'm gonna have to do that with a lot of shit, not just clothing. So it's gonna be a lot of hard work, and it's really intimidating to think about it. It just really freaks me out, and it gets me super upset. And then my depression and my anxiety heighten because it's not just baseline, feelings. It's I have a reason for feeling that way, so it just intensifies those feelings, which makes me more likely to want weed or to drink or to go buy shit, which is the worst thing I could be doing. So it's really it's a problem. It's a serious problem. And I was so proud of myself that I was able to get rid of some things at the yard sale, but I feel like I replaced a lot of it, with buying these new things. And obviously, if I made $7 on t-shirts, that doesn't even cover one of the new things that I bought. So in terms of financially, it doesn't work either, you know. So I don't know. It's going to be a struggle, and it already is, and it's going to continue to be. And I've been ordering some things more than I should be. I ordered a cat lady box just because I really wanted to try it, and I saw a sneak preview of what's in the one coming up for this month, and there was a really cute t-shirt in it. And one other thing, but if you're ordering it, I don't want to spoil it for you if you didn't look at spoilers. I think they pretty much all come with the t-shirts. I don't think that gave anything away. But and then I ordered some pins recently from, you know, a pin artist that I really like. That I didn't feel as bad about because at least it wasn't my money. It was from an Etsy gift card I got for Christmas from one of my best friends, but it still doesn't change the fact that it was more items coming into the house. So yeah, I'm having a hard time. The struggle is very real, and like I said, I have to go back to watch the rest of my friend Jenny Laura's video because she definitely struggles in the same way that I do, both with mental illness and with the compulsive shopping. And it's, you know, it's not easy. I mean, some people might look at this and think, wow, first world problems, at least you have money to buy things. And trust me, I'm not ungrateful for that fact. I realize that, you know, as broke as my husband and I are, and we are, we're pretty fucking broke, it could be significantly worse. So, you know, it's not that I'm acting like this is the greatest problem in the history of mankind and, oh, woe is me and everybody should feel sorry for me. Nobody should feel sorry for me. It's, you know, everybody's got their shit to deal with. This just happens to be part of my shit. And I thought it might be, you know, this might be relatable to you the way Jenny's video was relatable to me. So I thought I'd come on and talk about it with you a little bit. So I'm going to end this because I'm just going to start talking in circles if I keep going. But definitely comment down below if you have issues with, you know, compulsive shopping, if that is the way you get your fix. And, you know, maybe we can help each other. You know, maybe we can help each other find other outlets for our frustration, depression, anxiety, just better coping mechanisms for the issues that come up in our lives than going out and buying things that we don't necessarily need or think that we need at the time and realize later that we actually didn't need. And if you have any tips on how you're able to purge whatever it is that you have too much of, if that's a struggle for you. You know, I know one of the things that when I'm not trying to make money off of it, which obviously I'm probably not going to make much money, and eventually they're going to just end up getting donated. I do appreciate, you know, going out of my way to find a donation box that is a legitimate charitable donation box. Like, I will never put shit in a box that just says like donations or whatever, because I know people can buy those and they just put donations for charity or whatever on it, and secretly or not so secretly they're just selling that shit. You know, they're doing it to make a profit for themselves. You know, like there happens to be a Big Brothers Big Sisters office building near my house and a Big Brothers Big Sisters donation bin outside the office, so I know that that's legitimate. It's going to a good charity. So like if I do donate clothes, I definitely feel good about putting them in that box. You know, I know it's you know, they're going to sell them to benefit, you know, that charity, and that makes me feel a little bit better about it, and it's not quite as cranky, but it still makes me cranky. So yeah, it's hard. But like I said, please leave comments down below about things that you do to help you get rid of stuff that you maybe don't need, or other, like I said, other outlets. You know, I do have some. I write, I color, I make beads. I made this bracelet. I make beads. I make jewelry with beads. I made this one that says Punky the other day because that's my nickname since I was a little girl that my dad used to call me. Excuse me. But yeah, I really need to stop. You know, I'm usually pretty good about not spending great sums of money. And when I went to the store, as I told you guys the other day, when I went to the Marshalls while we were on our overnight, and my bill was $50 for a shirt and a pair of shorts and a handbag, my husband like literally shit a brick in the store, and I was like, but for what I got, that's not a lot of money. But for me to spend $50 in one go on myself is a huge freaking deal. I honestly think, other than my car that is now 23 years old and putting the down payment on it, I think it was like 5 grand. I've never spent more than I think $100 on myself on anything in my life ever. And that was to buy myself a pair of teeny tiny infinitesimally small diamond stud earrings, and that was 21 or 2 years ago when I was working as a paralegal and actually making a little bit of money. So that was a treat to myself because I felt like I worked hard and I deserved it and I always wanted some. So, I mean, they're like a speck of a diamond, as you can imagine, for $100. But, that was huge. That was huge for me. Oh, and maybe a Coach handbag or two. Back when I was in like college age, I remember selling bracelets on the beach in Ocean City, Maryland, on the boardwalk, and making like $100 or $150 and going to the Coach outlet and spending some money on a handbag. So yeah, maybe a little bit more than 100. But I mean, the thought of now going and spending $100 on a Coach handbag or a pair of earrings, there's just no way I would do it ever, 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 ever. I just can't. I can't. I feel guilty, and like that's just, I don't know. Maybe that I don't deserve it. I don't know. But yeah, like I said, see how I'm getting rambly, so I'm going to shut up. But please do leave comments down below of tips that help you if this is something that you struggle with, ways that you can stop yourself from spending before you even spend. Obviously, not going to the stores is a good step, but I mean, when do you not need to go to Target or Walmart or the grocery store or whatever? And there's always extra crap that you can buy. So, yeah. All right, I'm going to end now. But thank you to my friend Jenny Laura, like I said, for inspiring me to shoot this with her video. I will post a link to that video in the Dropbox so you can check it out. She's awesome. Her channel used to be called Jenny Laura. I can't remember what she calls it now, but that's still her name. So, but anyway, all right. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll be back soon with more stuff. Bye.